Okay, it's me, Susie. I'm not fixing a basketball hoop today. Not because I gave up, but because I just don't feel like it. I got one more pair of screws to try, and then I'll do it again. Maybe I'll get lucky, maybe I won't. um, and I chose this zone from because of the cinder blocks back here. I don't know. It kind of ended up looking like I was in jail again. But so I want to give a case update. I pinned it to my profile. The other party, the bad guys, have 40 days to respond as of that day to however they object. And then it's probably going to fail because it is. And then I'm going to wait for the judge and then see if I'm going to force that hearing to settle my case. The civil case, not the criminal case. The criminal case is up to them down here. They're asking for with their latest move. So I'm not going to get into that. But, so, yep, this is what it is. This is the changes. This is the update. This is the mutt. I'm still, to me, pretty satisfied with what I have going on, despite how they dragged me all that time and it ran through the feed. Everybody knows my hair should have been longer and thicker than this, but I mean, they were just forcing me they were labor trafficking me. So they dragged me around to allegedly the foundation of the case is that this has to do with the fights that I had when I was a kid in the Bronx. So that's at least 2, could be 3, 4, could be 5 females. Yeah, I won all those. But 2 of them, the one with junior high school, Love, and then the other one, which was in Kips Bay Boys Club. Remember, that's the club that I swam for. My father was the coach there of my swimming team. And one day I showed up after practice. Before practice, I was dressed up like the village people because I went into my uncle's closet. And he had a leather vest and that leather taxi hat. I went to practice just like that. And I had like an hour before practice, so I'm walking around like an 11-year-old, showing off my outfit and my long brown Kool-Aid burgundy hair. And this girl gets in my way, and she's talking about that I better not look in the dance room again. And so I was just looking in there because I saw some Saturday lunch looking like cafeteria stuff all over the floor. And then she walked away, which was great. Allegedly I diffused her, but apparently I did not, because she came back about 42 seconds later and she said, I said, do not look and keep yourself out of the dance room. So that was where it started from there. Her name is Desiree. I don't care if she wants to deny this or not. This is a prove to disprove. There's no videos. I do have my Captain Replique D'Amelio, who's somewhere out there. I can't find her. Who was the one that broke it up. And so the foundation to that is that how this job got done, the motivation for the government, whether it's for free or not. I haven't found that out yet, but I can after the fact of damages from the civil case if I decide to sue CBS and Facebook for what happened to me while I was in there. Susie, you're repeating yourself. I damn sure am repeating myself. Not everybody gets the story. Plus, you need to see the changes. They're trying to make my ass old. They hated me. They took my trademark grace. They threw it in the trash. They threw away every single thing I was trying to do I can't have nothing. I can't have nothing nice. This is the moral of the story. So these CBSers is what I'm calling them from now. For now, the coincidence is twice Jennifer Lopez is connected with the state. That includes Ron DeSantis, who allowed this immigrant judge to drag me around. The immigrant judge, if you go to my Threads page or you look up Rentata Francis, you'll see that coincidentally, she looks like Desiree. She's a light-skinned girl. They look half black and white, but she's Jamaican and she's Dominican, I think. Both have light eyes. And this judge told me, without any case open, she just told me out of nowhere, you're going to face false imprisonment and blocking. It was the first time that I ever learned of that term. So after court, I'm in the street and in the library is the next stop. I look it up, and that's exactly what that is when you're being blocked. Nobody lets you get through. Nobody lets you get through. So you're mocking the fact that, yeah, I may have hit these girls first because they needed to get out of my way. But that's not hitting a person first. That's getting them out of your way. You are surrounded. And the other fight knows that I was surrounded too. So, and then the other two were different stories for now. But that's what they rounded to do. In essence, the government tried to kill me to clean these girls' consciousness because of this new thing that we have here, which is social media and Facebook. So this was how they were planning to kill Susie, which everyone knows briefly, off of the map. Because briefly is bad for them. Briefly is bad for them. I don't know what you think out there, but I consider myself not to have led bad blood. And then number two, those girls started with me. So your lawsuit, you know who you are. If you're hiding out there, you better stay away from my son. Your problem is with the state, but I don't have a problem with you coming at me with a lawsuit to try to say that I'm lying. You don't win that case. That is a prove to disprove. I don't have proof of the claim. You don't have proof that it didn't happen. You can lie and say that you didn't do that all day long. Everybody knows you did. And you did it in Kips Bay Boys Club. And you did it inside of the girls' locker room. You came back a second time. You did it somehow. Jennifer Lopez and her little niche get word of what happens. Why is that important? Of all the fights that could have taken place there. Because I am from the Bronx. Because I am one other in the world that has the Rodriguez glue. They tried to take my ass glued down to paper, flat like an ironing board. And I can also sing like a beast. So I didn't want anything to do with the dance room. Okay? I didn't want to do with the dance room. Yes, this is related to Facebook. When they were successful to have these dirty cops that did this to me throw me in a jail, they went to my Facebook, and for those of you that graduated already, you know what happened. On July 6, 2018, they took the thumbnail to the thumbnail to the last story that I placed. It was a story by CBS New York, and they did what? They changed it to a pair of handcuffs. So if I would have died in a jail, and everybody would have been like, I wonder why Susie hasn't popped up. And then you go to my page and you go, she committed suicide? Or what do you, she's in jail on purpose? This is funny? Susie, rest in peace. You see shit going through the feed. Then all of a sudden you got, and how is that thumbnail on her page and the page that handcuffs? This is a joke? It wasn't. They really tried to disrespect my family and whoever doesn't care about me and needs me to disappear because those stories are true. That was just a simple way to write me off for the edification of those that are not like me. I met you briefly, and I still have Everybody, when they think about me, they go, Susie, and she's funny. Oh, yeah, I remember Susie. They wanted to remove those small moments. They hate me. They hate me. They have no respect for my father for no lawful, moral, and ethical reason. That's down to the foundation of law. Everything they did here was above the law. They were immoral, unethical, and above the law. So, this is what it is for now. I'm home, and I'm not fixing the basketball court today because I can't lift myself up right now. I was in the gym yesterday and I'm sore. So, that's what it is. Whether they like it or not. Yep, she's still alive. This is the same part that everybody deals with. I'm going to press the finish button and make me look stupid.